Hello everyone, N-camon back. Ready to continue while I'm still here in Skeletons with Kingdom Come Deliverance. Alright, so I've basically gone through and got the majority of all the herbs around here. I am at main level 3. My strength is at 3. I bought Gravedigger. I'll get a point in time for Mule, which will give me more. But I figure Gravedigger, what this basically is I can carry bodies without draining stamina. I have an odd feeling that might be useful. I have a perk for the main level still, because the next stuff that unlocks is at 4, and Insomniac's going to be on the handy side. But I really want to save it for the first aid. I think it unlocks after the upcoming sequence. And then this one unlocks at level 6, and everything should be fine. Skill-wise, I'm only at level 13 on Herbalism, but it's good enough for now because I keep filling up my inventory, and, well, unless I start buying stuff from them, they're basically running out of money. So I might as well go ahead and get the move on. Where's Bianca? There she is.
God save, my lovely. You're looking well today.
You too, handsome. What brings you here?
Yeah, you do.
Your beauty, of course.
Oh, noble sir. I'm as honored as any simple maid can be. And apart from my beauty, what else might your worship desire?
Picture for father.
I need ale for father.
A pitcher as usual?
Aye. Bring me a cool one from the cellar.
But of course. Here you are.
Thanks.
It's on me today. You can pay me back this evening.
Out of the question. Here you go. And this evening I'll have something more for you.
Yeah, we'll see how this evening goes.
I can't wait.
I'm sure I'll
Thanks.
see her at some point.
You'll have something to look forward to this evening.
You too. Oh, by the way, that shifty-looking fellow was asking after you.
Vanyek?
I suppose. He is a man who makes his coin robbing honest wayfarers. I'm sure of it. I'll be happy when he's gone for good. But what in heaven's name are you up to with him?
He promised to teach me how to use a sword.
I already went
What
through that.
use would that be to you?
Enough. You sound just like father. I'll be going now. See you this evening.
Hal, I've got something special for you.
Is that so? Now what would that be?
Your favorite, Savior Schnapps.
Really?
If anything,
You're an angel.
if you don't check
I
the
hope you'll
chest,
meet me
you'll at least get
properly
some
later.
from her.
You bet I will.
Because it is useful, because it is basically the only way to save without sleeping in a bed. Yeah, the game automatically is saves at important moments during quest or when you sleep in your own bed. To save it immediately, drink Savior Schnapps. There is one other way, and they added late. It was an update part. You have a save and quit, which will make an exit save, but you can only access it from the main menu. It's basically so you can't well, you can technically have an issue with. Oh, bye, mother. With saves coming. About the things you wanted.
About time. Have you got everything I wanted?
Help was complaining about that. I have.
I have
Let's start.
charcoal, the hilt, and the ale. We can start.
Good job. Let's have it then, son. Well done.
Alright, cutscene
Right.
time.
Let's see what kind of job the master in Sasau did for us.
I never got those lockpicks, so oh well.
Look at that, lad. That's what I call craftsmanship.
What does the inscription mean?
Damned if I know. Doesn't look like Czech to me. Latin, maybe? Lord Radzig ordered it. This will be the finest sword I've ever made. We got the charcoal? Good. Then fire up the forge. We'll put it all together.
Despite being the son of the blacksmith, the only thing he has is the maintenance stuff. Oh, I did buy a
By the way,
cheap
I heard
sword.
some gossip about what happened to Deutsch. I expect you know something about it.
Maybe.
Maybe. Someone threw dung at Deutsch's freshly lime-washed house, maybe. And maybe those cronies of yours had something to do with it.
That Deutsch was talking treason in the tavern about Sigismund and the king. He got what he deserved.
Oh, got what he deserved, did he? Look, I don't know if you're mixed up in this or if it's just those friends of yours. It's all the same to me. But I have a trade to run. The German pays well. And having my son in the pillory helps nothing and nobody, least of all the king. Do you understand?
Yes.
Look me in the eye, Henry. Do you understand?
I understand.
Good. Then we'll never have this conversation again.
What, so you think it's right to let traitors speak ill of the king?
Does that boy ever listen to a word I say? So Deutsch spouts rubbish, so what? You might win a fight with violence, but you'll never win an argument. Remember, Henry, if you want to convince someone that they're wrong, try using your mouth, and not your fists.
Yeah, well, there's ways around that.
The furnace is ready.
Right, we'll do the grip. I'll heat it up, and when I take it out, you slip the grip on so it fits exactly. You know what you're doing. Do it. Good. Once more.
Basically, it's hard pressing the mold
Done.
end.
Now file it down so it sits well in the hand. I'll prepare the guard.
Father, why did you leave Prague? Who ever heard of a master swordsmith making horseshoes in a village?
I had my reasons, Hal. And here I have your mother and you. Why would I want any other life?
Do you remember Emperor Charles?
I do. Life was good under his reign.
Better than now.
He built half of Prague, and a score of castles, had a bridge made over the Moldau, and founded a university, and all without a war. He knew how to rule.
Better than Wenceslas.
Better by far. But Wenceslas doesn't have it easy. It's hard to step into the shoes of someone whose like is born only once 1,000 years.
What about Sigismund?
Do you think Charles would have brought an army down on his own people like Sigismund? No. Wenceslas may not be the equal of his father, but Sigismund, he brings shame to the royal name. How's it going? Give it here, and we'll put it all together.
Still a beautiful sword.
It's magnificent.
Indeed it is. The Lord be with you. My father sent me for those nails.
Good day to you, Teresa. They're ready. Will you fetch them for me, Hal? They're in the trunk in the living room.
Yeah, I held back just in case. I didn't want to break anything. Hold on. Let's wash up a little bit. Alright, things are going to start hitting the fan soon, so I've already eaten as much as I can from that up hot outside, so I'm going to grab the cheese. Grab all the food here on the table. Because it's just going to go waste here soon. Come on. Don't give me the apple. that. I'll take the bread rolls. Take what's on the table here. And let's go loot. And let's go grab the food out of storage. I'm just going to take it all. As long as it doesn't slow me down, that's fine. I'm going to basically eat a ton of it, like, here in just a moment. That bread. Because after the upcoming thing, I'm going to be starving. And let's shave off that because the food's kind of limited there, and I won't. It's not so much a limited issue, but it's more of like I don't want to use it because it stays forever, somewhat. I have a ton of these. I'm at basically weight capacity. Just gonna eat all the way till I'm just at like 98. Yeah, there we go. Just treat it as a potion.
Henry, what are you waiting for? Bring those nails.
Here are those nails you wanted.
Thanks. So, how's Bianca?
She's fine. Why do you ask?
Just wondering, will you be going to the dance this evening?
We will.
That will do. Go.
Maybe we'll see each other there. Anyway, mustn't keep you. I'll be on my way. That sword is truly beautiful.
Uh-huh.
Fine lass, eh? Now, stop staring at her and come and see this. It's time for the trial by fire. We did a fine job.
I would expect nothing less from such a renowned swordsmith.
Well, those days are gone, sir.
You haven't lost your skills, though. Would you like to try it?
Sir, what good is a sword to a commoner?
Let him try it.
And whip.
You still have a lot to learn. Ask your father to show you how. He knows what he's about.
Learning his trade will serve him better in life, sir.
Perhaps. But who knows what the future holds for each of us. I see that you almost have it finished.
It just needs a polish, then Henry will bring it to you.
Excellent. Fine work, very fine. A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer. What say you, Svan?
True, Sir Radzig. If I'd have had its like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently. How odd to find such an accomplished swordsmith working in a place like this. A man of his talent would have no problem making a fortune in Prague or Vienna.
You're right. It's a very long and peculiar story.
I'd be glad to listen to it over a cup of wine, but duty calls, and I must leave. Here you are. Learn from your father. He truly is a master of his craft.
I'm sure our paths will cross again.
Hey, sir.
Yeah, leaving at a very particular time.
Once it's ready, send your son up to me with it. Good work, Martin.
Sir.
It's been an honor, Sir Isvan. Have a safe journey to Sasau.
The honor is mine, Sir Radzig. Thank you for the hospitality.
A long, peculiar history.
That was a long time ago. I might tell you about it sometime, but not today.
Will you teach me how to use it like Sir Radzig said?
Why?
Well, it could come in useful. Maybe I'll travel a bit before settling down. I'd like to know more than the tavern on the green and the forge.
You know the trouble with an adventurous life, son? It can end before it gets started. I might teach you how to handle a sword, and then someone will shoot you with a crossbow as soon as you set foot outside the house.
You talk as if you've seen it happen.
A man my age has seen a lot. Being a blacksmith might bring no glory, but it has its benefits, like keeping your head on your shoulders. I want to end my days in Skalitz, here, beneath the linden tree and by your mother's side.
Well, so do I, one day. But first, I'd like to see the world, meet new people.
Meet them or beat them?
Meet. You have to keep going on about it.
Then you've no need to learn swordplay.
And it begins.
A messenger.
He was in a hurry. What's happened? Listen to me, Al. Listen carefully. Take the sword, go into the house, and grab anything else important from the trunk. Go to the castle. Hurry!
What about you?
Your mother is in the village. I'll fetch her and we'll follow right behind.
I'll go with you.
No! You'll do what I say right now. Give the sword to Sir Radzig. If anything happens, he'll take care of you. He owes me.
Move! Come on, we're closing!
Move it, people!
Come on!
We're running
Come
out of
on!
time! Oh, Henry! Thank God! Get inside, quick! We have to shut the gates!
Get running, people! Come on!
Mind this for me.
Are you mad? You can't go back! Ah.
Get through the gates!
People need to learn to run faster. Yep, you better run.
Find a horse! Ride to town, Lurch! Tell them what's coming! Warn them!
Run by the moats! There's a path down there! Jump down from the wall and flee!
Alright, now there's going to be an autosave coming up, so in case I screw up, I'll be good. Alright, there's going to be a guy following me. I don't have the skills, neither in Henry or myself, to beat the guy. I am so rusty with any sort of combat in here, aside from, like, bow. And I also need to make sure I save Teresa. Let my stamina catch up, and then run again. Alright, there's a horse I'll be able to steal coming up here. Got one right there. What's the horse buttons? Settings, controls. The horse button was the same thing. Horse. B? Horse was B? Horse was X. Oh no, horse inventory. That oh. Scratch that. Okay. Not inventory. Duh. Companions X. Okay, that's movement. General. I want to make sure of this because, you know, they'll catch up to me if I don't. Special attack, block. Inventory, where else be? You said alchemy. Yeah, well. No, don't save changes.
Go to hell, you tatar beast!
Real quick. Alright, let's do it like this. Call amount with X. Thank you. Thank you, tutorial. Put the sword away, if I can. And one arrow to the leg. Now I need to get going.
Yeah.
Get moving, get moving, get moving.
Left. Kalmberg is to the left, along the stream. Go! They'll kill you all!
Hold on. If I remember... I'm going to take that noble saddle. And then we'll put on that one.
Yeah. Run for it!
The horse is getting tired.
Yeah.
Alright, it recovered a little. Let's go, 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 go. I'm bleeding out, so I need to hurry.
Flee! Warn the others! They've torched Skalitz! Kibel left their fort. Run for it! Yeah.
Might try and get a little horse stamina before I try to sprint again. It's a double tap for shift to get the horse going. I think it's... I need to get closer.
Yeah.
And I'm over encumbered because I took the horse's saddle. It's the noble one. I know it's the best one there is. I was checking up like just some tips and all before I started this because, you know, it's been like years since I played. And that was like one. Take the saddle. Okay, sure.
Quickly, everyone! Get your asses here!
Hey! And loose!
Hanyo! Who's in there? They're turning tail! Quickly! We're closing the gate!
Someone give him a drink. And bring hot wine and bandages. Tell me, boy, who are you and where are you from? What in hell's name happened?
I've come from Skalitz. They burned it to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the
A
ground?
huge army. They attacked without warning. And they weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know. I've never seen armor like it or heard their language. Maybe Tatars?
Tartars, you say? Yeah. Well, we'll deal with that later. First, let's have a look at that leg of yours.
Who is that?
I don't know. Grit your teeth, boy. I'm gonna pull that arrow out.
Yeah!
Easy. All done. You were lucky, lad. The arrow missed the bone. It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War is a good teacher. Can you stand? There you go. Good as new.
Yeah. Thank you.
If you idlers nothing better to do, get back to work. You'll have to speak to Lord Divish. Can you manage?
Oh, good pooch.
Sir, this is a survivor from...
I heard, Robard. Tell me, boy, what exactly happened? Did you see the ensigns of the attackers? And were there any more survivors?
So, I don't know what army it was, but it was huge. There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalitz.
The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language. They burned Skalitz to the ground, but a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Gutenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalitz is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
Hey, if it wasn't for that one guy on the horse,
maybe
the blacksmiths could have beaten them all.
What's your name, boy?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle? I'm sorry. It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us. Robard, take care of Henry. Make sure he gets something to eat and some rest.
Yes, sir.
And get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
Ride to Talmberg. Complete! Back to Sir Robard. Now I'm going to be forced with some hunger and some tiredness here, so...
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach.
I heard about your father.
Decently good guy. However, the encounter here turns him a little sour.
Milady. You are fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
Milady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bozhena here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, milady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, thank you, milady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, ma'am.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
Oh, God. Eat.
I'm gonna eat from the pot first because this is a recharging food. I'm gonna leave the stuff here. I'll take the mash because she literally handed that to me. Food. All right. Lentil mash. Eat that one. Oh, okay, I'm 3 pounds over. Let's go ahead. Oh, I have a whole cheese wheel here. Nourishment is at 34. Oh, let's go ahead. Bring that up heavily. Eat those cheese wheels. Wait, there are whole cheese wheels? Wow. Oh no, that was the value. Nope, never mind. All right, 62. What's the heaviest stuff here? The cabbage. 94, that'll do. There is item degradation when it comes to things that can rot. So it's like eventually I gotta eat everything or sell it. Alright. Now it's time to go to sleep. Alright. Which horse was it that I brought in? Horse, this one. Yeah, this was the one I brought in. This horse is going to be very special. In fact, I'm leaving it here. There's a sequence that you should bring it for, but if I leave it here, I can make use of it without actually having to buy a horse later, even though it doesn't count as being owned. Alright. He wants me to take off... Let's see, how heavy is that? 1.2 kilogram. Oh no, that's the value. It's 20 pounds. I'm reading this. It's like, wow, that's heavy. No, the weight's here. Alright, but I'm not over encumbered now. Alright, well, old boots, come off. Guess you wanted me to take that off. Weapons. I don't have the sword because I bought a sword and the game didn't recognize it and I had it equipped. Interesting. Alright, well, let's go to sleep. Lily, you literally put your head down. And then it doesn't really matter how long I'm going to get interrupted.
Today the patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood? Yes, sir.
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady, no, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine. It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to, but to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How
sorry for
awful it
Divish.
must have been for you. I came to offer you solace, to let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry.
Ooh.
I know this is all very new and strange for you. But I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
Alright. Time to earn some speech experience. Because there really wasn't anyone to talk to in town. Where am I? Tell a story about the raid.
I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands.
Alright, went for ale.
I went to the tavern to buy ale for Father. I know it's a job for a groom, but I didn't mind, because my girl Bianca worked there. I courted her a while and we agreed to meet in the evening, but our meeting was never to happen.
Oh dear boy.
Success!
When I'd done all the errands, I
Oh, what the? I'm sitting over there. Okay.
His work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzik.
I actually have a high value when it comes to this, but we don't know hers. My speech is higher than hers for some reason.
Father and I always chat in the forge. On that particular day, I asked him if he'd teach me swordsmanship. He said no. He said it's better for a man to keep his head on his shoulders than lose it over some pointless heroism. If only you'd known what fate had in store for us.
Oh.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town.
Oh, it's a 5 on her, so...
A horde of soldiers was amassed. Pennants flapped in the wind, the armour glinted in the sunlight, and the horses whinnied impatiently. They were waiting for Sigismund to give the command to attack.
How awful.
And then death descended on Skalitz. The gate to the castle was open. The bells
I have so many
and horns
choices, but it's
sounded
like,
the alarm, and the villagers
it's like
ran
2
to
of
the
them
castle
work.
to take cover. They were carrying the few possessions they could grab in haste, and I saw the terror in their eyes.
I can't even imagine
Beach
how
level.
awful it must have been.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle.
Alright,
I needed a horse to get to the safety of Talmberg and to warn you all.
And with all that was happening, you thought of others like a good Christian.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her. I had Sir Radzig's sword, and even though there were several of them and they were better armed, I had to try and save her. I wanted there to be at least one person I'd helped. And I succeeded, even though it almost cost me my life. After that, I stole a horse from them and rode off.
Like a valiant
yeah, I
man.
smacked him with the sword instead
I'll
of
never
with...
forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
That's terrible.
Hey, I'm back on the bed.
How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
You poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors you went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years. And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. And now, we're here.
My lady, you're still young and beautiful. The best years are still ahead of you.
Would that that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep. I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
In the middle of the courtyard, totally unnoticed. Nothing. No gossip. I mean, it's an open window that goes right by like the only walkway. All right. Sleep and wake up again. Yeah, I'm not counting the episode now. I got plenty to still go through story-wise.
Move in, people! Come on! Come on! We're running out of time! Quickly! We have to close the gates! You can't go back! Henry, help us!
Help us, son. Don't be a coward.
Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
Alright, let's put those shoes back on. Oh, take torch from table. Right. Okay, hold on. Quest item. Oh, there's a sword. It wasn't under weapon, it's quest items. Wait, I'm still overloaded? Pound and a half. How's my nourishment's gone down? Let's go and eat some more food. What's the heavy stuff? Let's just eat some onions. Oh, I can increase health with onions. Interesting, but bread not. With vegetables and fruits, yeah, okay. Wait, how much more weight do I have to lose 0.1 pound? Oh, that's taken 20. I don't want to lose it. I know, I got a bunch of weight on the marigolds, but I'm saving the marigolds specifically because they're going to be used to make a lot of money early on. Can't sprint while overloaded. Oh, okay. Yeah, I gotta wait here for a couple hours, so.
Heed my command, all will end well.
What's going on?
What's going on?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Skalitz.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts Divish sent to Skalitz to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. and Sir Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Aye, we will.
Good luck to you.
More cutscenes. This is still story stuff. This is still technically the prologue.
Halt! Who goes there? Lucifer and all his minions. Who else, Robber?
Sir Radzig, what a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir, he is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzig, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
Thank God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left us storming the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Talmberg?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
What will you do then?
We'll march to Ratai. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
Sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Baldic.
I just heard the
You've
story.
grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
There's a little bit of Uncanny Valley.
Good luck to you and your people too. These are dark times.
The movements themselves just feel, well, just look like they feel better.
Men, tonight we'll have triple patrols. Sort out the watches between you as always. And if I catch anyone boozing, playing dice or slacking off, I'll personally break every bone in his body. I want you to keep a close eye on everything nearby. Sigismund will surely have sent spies, and likely men as well, to follow the Skalitz people now he knows they've fled. Keep your eyes peeled, and report everything to me at once. Understood?
What is it you need?
I could use an extra pair of eyes, and yours are keen. Will you keep watch of the battlements with my men?
Is that a request? Or...
I'd rather it was a request you answered yes to.
Of course I'll help. I'll have to pay you back somehow after all you've done for me.
Splendid. And don't worry. I'll tell the men to relieve you later. Good luck to you.
Alright, so basically I gotta wait here for a bit. Until the game tells me to fast travel. Let's get one of these bread rolls. Nourishment's high, low over full. But no longer over encumbered. You can literally overfill yourself and you'll be clumsy until like you've digested everything. So until you're back to 100 on the nourishment. But I'm just standing here, so I have no problem. And I'm no longer encumbered. Oh, actually, hold on. I gained a stat in speech. I'm now at the 4. What's the options here? Loses pages on your head. Okay, I'm not going to really apply heavy-handed haggling. I'm more trying to increase my reputation with them by getting back. Increase speech level by 3 when talking to nobles, wealthy people, or increase by 3 when talking to lower. What's the empathetic is level? So level 8 is the next one. How many points do I get in the end? Every 4th level. So I'll get 5 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can't get those, so that's really 6. Time. Speech skill and haggling, that's not a big deal. Alright, so highborn or lowborn? If I recall, I talked to a lot of highborn people, but then there's also a lot of lowborn people. It's a win-win either one way or another. But the ones I feel like I got speech my way through might be them. So let's go ahead, grab that perk. Main level still. Oh, we got first aid for free. Okay, and labels use bandages. Level 6, I'll get that, but I'll get another point by then. Wait. Every second level I reach. What am I, 3? Oh, so I'll get one here in a moment. So, what's Wanderer? Worst beds? No. Scout? Fast truck? Yeah, I'll take Scout. Alright. I mean, I'm literally watching just blackness right now. It's like, what am I supposed to do with the torch? I can barely see the shape of buildings. One little torch down there.
Wandering around like a stray sheep. Must be your first watch, eh? I don't think anything much will be happening today. You can just lean against the wall and wait till morning. I'll show you what's what.
I will. Thank you.
Alright, so now I can skip time by waiting. I need to wait till morning. I think that's 6. And nourishment is now under 100%.
Let's go! Let's go! Move it! Quick! Go! Go!
So I'm still overstuffed. Yeah, I'm at 101 on nourishment. Plenty enough to do. I'll cut this episode after this cutscene, because there's plenty to do.
See how the self-appointed king wins the love and respect of his loyal subjects.
Indeed, Robard. Sigismund of Luxembourg has a rare talent for winning people over to his cause. We may be in for a surprise, though. I don't think he will set his heathen dogs on us today.
Greetings, Lord of Talmberg.
That's the bastard who led the attack at Scarlet and killed my parents.
Don't be an idiot. Do you want to end up like them?
I am Sir Markvart von Aulitz. I come in the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia, who has resolved to strike against those who disrupt concord in the land and to restore order in the name of his brother, King Wenceslaus IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markvart. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though, that he and his army have somewhat strayed. As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king, and here in Talmberg divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday, His Majesty took action against the enemy of the kingdom, Sir Radzig Kobyla, who has been using the silver from the Skalitz mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
As far as I know, the Sir Radzig of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalitz. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king. Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzig is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle where he has little chance of defense to another where he has even less. Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army?
Am I to inform the king then that Sir Radzig Kobyla is not at Talmberg and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzig Kobyla is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there is little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
I wonder if I'll meet him in the second game. Alright, pack it up, let's move.
My lord, you have my utmost admiration.
Get on with you, Robard.
I like how he hefts that mace to carry it on his shoulder. Yay! Now, for the time being, I'm trapped here until I find a way to escape. There's a couple ways. Alright, let's first talk to Robard.
My respects to you.
Alright. Have to get to Skalitz.
I need to get to Skalitz.
What would you do there, lad? Sigismund might have left, but the place will be swamped with robber barons, brigands, deserters, and other vermin. And anyway, your lord commanded you to stay here.
I don't know his bonuses, but I have to get from parents.
My parents died there, and I won't leave them to be ravaged by dogs. I have to bury them.
Fail!
Good God, boy. Do you want to throw your life away for those who can never get theirs back? Do you think that's what they'd want? Forget it.
Why did Sigismund burn down Skalitz and then come here too?
That's war for you, lad. Certain lords have resolved to take things into their own hands and eliminate anyone who doesn't share their view. Unfortunately, Sir Radzig is one of those. And what's more, he was sitting on a pile of silver that could help King Wenceslas's allies.
Alright, what's Sigmund's
happened
after?
in Kuttenberg?
Every one of these lines
Well,
is just adding speech
I'm
experience.
just a simple soldier, but the good Lord gave me ears, and I've heard some things from Sir Divish and from those who fled from Sigismund's pillaging.
Were there many?
Indeed, but it was the Kuttenberg mercenaries who came to see me, because I knew them from before.
I see.
Listen, lad, these are all games of the high aristocracy. In Prague, a cabal of nobles rebelled against King Wenceslas, wealthy aristocrats who took against our king for reasons of their own. There's no doubt Sigismund had his fingers in the whole affair. Him and Wenceslas's cousin, Jobst. And that cabal helped him abduct the king.
So then why did Sigismund attack Kuttenberg?
Why do you think?
Insurgent lords.
Because the lords there could have risen against him with their armies and stopped his conquest of the Bohemian territories?
That's part of it. King Charles, may God grant him eternal glory, built Prague into a proper royal city, while King Wenceslas took a liking to Kuttenberg. After Prague, it's the most important city in Bohemia, in the entire Holy Roman Empire. He who commands the Kuttenberg silver is king.
So Kuttenberg sided with Wenceslas because he favoured it?
Now you're starting to understand. When Sigismund imprisoned Wenceslas and took control of Prague, the people of Kuttenberg began to raise an army against him. So with the attack on Kuttenberg, Sigismund killed 2 birds with 1 stone. He defeated Wenceslas's most powerful allies before they could stand against him, and also gained immense wealth.
You know about
Where did
cumins.
these cumins come
Humans.
from anyway?
I don't know much about
Cucumbers.
them, only what the Chamberlain said, that they came to Hungary from the east and settled there. They're godless barbarians and merciless fighters. The nobles used to say the Hungarian king shouldn't enlist them, because they dishonor our rules of warfare. But when there's power and money to be had, it seems that honor isn't worth my spit. And believe me, it's always about power and money.
End dialogue. Alright. So, take a quick look. I'm still at 100 nourishment, but energy 71. Energy will hold me out for a while. Actually, what level is that? Insomniac was what level? Level 4. Alright, so I'll get... I want that. And this is level 6, so... Insomniac then... That Savage seems like a decent one, too. I need the first aids. Anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and cut the episode here. And then I have... Oh, I don't need the torch anymore. And then I need to go around and see what I can get. I need to unload a bunch of weight. There is a shop that's nearby. I don't have to worry about food right now. There's 2 food pots. There's one over there, one back in the kitchen. So I'm good to not die from starvation. I could stay here days if I needed. Anyhow, for those that stuck around, thank you very much. I'm N-camon, hobbyist on YouTube, and I wish you all a good night.